My name is Izzie Sadler. I'm the executive director for the Sowega Council on Aging.
How would you describe your program and work?
Yeah, so one of the great programs that we have in our agency is the Senior Center Without Walls program. That program is designed to reach as many people as we can and deliver them some really great nutrition as well as activities in a community setting. And so what's interesting about this program is that it offers the same components as a traditional senior center program offers, but there's a little twist to how the service delivery is done. So a little uniqueness to the service delivery method in that the Senior Center Without Walls program is it contains the meals and it also has the activities, but instead of doing them in a facility, we literally have the walls broken down, so without walls, and all of those components are delivered in a community setting. So, for example, we work with area restaurants to provide the meals and the nutrition that would normally be delivered to a senior center. And so the seniors can then go to a restaurant and enjoy that meal in the community setting in a restaurant. And then for the activities, we contract with providers such as YMCAs and churches and Family Connections and other local nonprofits, and they deliver wonderful array of senior activities, again, in the community setting. So much like a traditional senior center, we offer meals and we offer activities, but it's without walls and delivered in and by the community.
What impact have you seen this model make in your community?
The Senior Center Without Walls model has made a huge impact. We started this as a pilot program and really weren't sure how it would work out, how many people would join, if there would be any interest at all. We started it during COVID as a pilot program. And to our surprise, we went from serving 500 people in the traditional senior center model, so the brick and mortar facilities, to serving 1,500 seniors in the Senior Center Without Walls model. And at one point, we had up to 1,200 people on a waiting list with the 1,500 still being served. So it has made a huge impact to our communities in serving more people in a method that they enjoy receiving.
What are some of the biggest obstacles you have faced in implementing the Senior Center Without Walls model?
Some of the obstacles we faced delivering the Senior Centers Without Walls model would be in finding restaurants in some of our smaller and more rural counties that don't have, some of them don't have a restaurant. That surprised us. And finding a restaurant that can meet the dietary guidelines. So we've done a lot of work in that area, finding appropriate restaurants, and we've had to, in some regions, use transportation to get seniors to an appropriate restaurant or the meals to an area. So that was one of the challenges that we had. The second challenge was being able to serve enough people. The model is so popular that our funding only goes so far, and we have really long wait lists, over 1,200 people waiting.
How have you overcome these obstacles?
So overcoming the obstacles was to be creative with our restaurants and really to provide some education for them and explaining to them the importance of serving meals that meet a dietary guideline for a senior meal. And the restaurants were more than happy to learn about that and to provide those for us. And then using our local coordinated transportation program to help get seniors to an area if their county, for example, doesn't have a restaurant, so that they can have access to meals. And the second way that we, for the numerous people that we have on the wait list, we do a lot of fundraising, trying to raise money to get more people onto the program. And again, that goes back to educating our community about the importance of senior meals.
What is one fun fact about yourself?
Fun fact about me, I went to kindergarten in Ethiopia. I was only 4, lived in Africa. My parents lived there for a couple of years. My dad was stationed there while he was in the military. And so I went to kindergarten there. But I think that my time living there made me really realize the need that people had, even as a young child. I could recognize that I had something that they didn't. And I didn't understand that as a 4-year-old, thinking like, why am I here? And I've got the school and this house and my family, and there's children running outside. with no clothing on and no food and no access to services. And I think that kind of, at a very young age, drove me to do the work that I do.